the cosplay thing is out of control in the NFL now. It's really out of control. The grown men cosplay, right? It's like you've taken on different characters of different shows and movies, and you've morphed that into your favorite NFL team. I'm just gonna say it. The dorkdom, and I wasn't an all-state player. We all know that. But like the dorkdom that has entered professional football is next level now.
Are you saying of the NFL, of the players?
No, of the fans.
No, fans, yeah.
I went down to the Bengals tailgate yesterday to drop off a Gold Star sign, and I'm dead sober. It's probably, the lot's already completely packed, right? It's 10:15 a.m. for 1 o'clock.
There's a guy licking his hands.
Are you coming here with the sign?
No, those guys were actually chill. The guys I gave the sign to, those guys had a badass setup. They Bengal-fied. They bought a giant
Bengal-fied. I love that we're acting like that's a real word.
Well, they Bengal-fied a giant casket that you lift up and it's full of booze. So like
a casket?
Yeah.
Some Undertaker shit?
Yeah, so you lift it up and it's just full of ice and fucking booze. So like they had a pretty badass setup. But like the cosplay people.
I love that you're fucking hyping them, and you're like the cosplay people. You're like, their badass was pretty set up. They were like, just go over to the Count Bangula coffin, and the vampire Bengal will give you a beer when you lift the coffin. You're like, the cosplay guys, though, they're out of control.
No, but
these guys, they Bengal-fied a bus. But these guys, man, they've taken it too far. Why are we acting like Bengal-fied? There's a real word.
Well, okay, fair point. But to me, there is a difference. The guy who's wearing a Jamar Chase jersey and he has a bus with stripes on it, and the guy who's taking 3 hours to put face paint on.
Yeah. What's funny is, for me, like, I have a lot of Giants gear. When I went to Miami, I ended up going to the game, but I brought like a white Giants polo shirt and a Giants bucket hat. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm in Miami, like summery vibes. We're going to New Orleans in December. I've got in late-ish December, I've got a Giants Christmas sweater. It's like, that's what I'll wear to the game. But yeah, and even sometimes then I'm like, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. And instead, these guys are like, honey, I know we said we were going to do brunch, but the Bengals game is at 1 today. So feels like we're going to have to be spending the morning painting each other's faces.
Again, people can probably say, okay, we just are passionate about it. But I can have an opinion too, and I think it's weird. The line between you as an adult, because there has to be a distinction, as a 45-year-old man with 2 kids going full face paint to turn into a tiger, dude, you're a furry, man. I'm sorry, you're a fucking furry. I'm just gonna say it. I think the furry thing is hilarious, and I think this is hilarious. You're a furry. You're no different than a fucking furry. You might as well show up to those conferences, because we're older now, Joe. So I have a different perspective, and also I have a different perspective of I'm putting on all this gear and face paint to root on 25-year-olds.
Oh, dude, I mean,
that's bizarre to me.
I'm at a point in my age as a sports fan where I'm not even really comfortable wearing jerseys anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't even really, like, I almost rarely rock a jersey. Like, when I go to Mets games, you don't really see me in a jersey. And if I do, I have like a throwback 86 with like no one's name on the back. You know what I mean? And even like the jersey thing, it's like, okay, you know, I'll get a Keith Hernandez jersey. I don't have one, but I'd like wear one.
I think throwbacks are cool.
But it's also just like wearing the jersey of a guy who's 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Is weird.
It is weird.
I'm essentially wearing children's clothing. I'm doing child's cosplay.
No,
like Eli Manning is basically the last guy whose jersey I have and what we'll wear.